Things I wish I knew as a gym beginner, but why should you take advice from me? Well, I've always been a skinny guy trying to bulk up, to put on muscle mass, and I did so many mistakes and decisions which I regret. That's why I feel that I have some decent advice. What I want to do in this video is to share exactly what works best for me from someone who is in the same position as you are right now. Once you're ready, make sure you give this video a like to help with the algorithm and all that stuff and get the exact workout program that got me jacked. I've made it available right now. Go click the link in the description once you're ready. So let's start with advice number one, which is stick to the plan. All right, there is only one way to achieve your dream body, and that is to stick to the plan. I heard so many guys saying that they went to the gym, they started to go to the gym for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, and they quit because they didn't see results. Guess what? They still look like shit. To this day, they still look like shit. All right. The easiest way to avoid this scenario, all right, because I want to give you real advice that works in the real life, all right, because I've been through this. So here is how to avoid this. You could imagine that you start going to the gym for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and then you get into a position where you don't see a lot of results or no results at all, and then you think, yeah, I'm probably gonna quit because I don't see results, it doesn't work for me, I don't know what to do. And then you have two options: you either quit or you continue. Now you could imagine, if you keep going to the gym for 1 year, you're going to see some improvement. Some improvement is going to be added to your body. There's no way. If you just show up, eventually you'll do some kind of improvements. There's no way. All right. So the easiest way to avoid this scenario: stick to the plan and never quit. Because if you quit 2 months in, 3 months, 4 months in, you're never gonna build any muscle. All right, because you're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna go to the gym. You're not gonna train your body. You're not gonna do anything and no improvements in this way. All right. If you don't have a plan just yet, check the link in the description and I've made available all the information that you need. All right. Number two, avoid shitty splits. Now, the following questions that you could ask me right now is, what is a shitty plan? All right. Let's take a good example: bro split. Bro split is a very good example of a shitty plan. I'm going to explain to you what is bro split. In case you don't know, bro split is basically training each body part only once a week. So, an example: Monday you train your back, Tuesday you train your chest, Wednesday you train your legs, Thursday you train your shoulders, Friday you train your arms. That's it. That means you train each body part only once a week. All right. There are two problems or more, but the main ones that I was able to find right now. Number one, your muscles take about 2 to 4 days to recover. If we talk about the shoulders or the biceps, the triceps, they're probably going to take about 1, maybe 2 days to recover. If we talk about the back, which is like a muscle group, not a single muscle, or the chest, it can take up to 2, 3, 4 days to recover if you just do a lot of volume and you train them very hard. Now, problem number two: to make up for it, because you train them only once a week, to make up for it, you are going to do a lot of volume, which is not going to build you more muscle. Here's the thing: if you do a lot of volume, what happens when you do a lot of volume is you're going to start to hold the energy. You're going to start to save some fuel for all the energies. Like you can imagine, if you go to the gym today and I tell you to do 10 exercises, 4 sets each one, you're going to start the first exercise and you're not going to push to near failure, because you know I have another 9 exercises to do. So you're not stupid. You're not going to push to failure every single exercise. But if I tell you to do, okay, go to the gym today and do 3 exercises, 3 sets each, you're going to push to failure, right? Or even 2 exercises. You're going to push to failure because you know, okay, 2 exercises, 2 sets, 3 sets is fine. I'm going to go to failure. You can make twice the gains by training your muscles twice per week. All right. So once the muscle is recovered, hit it again. Number 3, eat enough protein. Imagine you need to build a wall. All right. The wall represents the muscle. Now, to build that wall, you need bricks. The bricks is the protein. So if you don't have enough bricks, you cannot build the wall and make it bigger. All right. So if you don't provide enough bricks to build a wall, you're gonna build the wall maybe half of the height or half of the way, right? But if you supply a lot of bricks, you can build the wall very, very high and very big. All right, that's the analogy there. Now, solution for that, to make sure, eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. That should be enough for most people. And there's a good example. If you are 170 pounds, then you're gonna need about 170 grams of protein every single day. Keep in mind, for the beginners watching this video right now, 100 grams of protein or 170 grams of protein is not 170 grams of meat or chicken or something. Just for you to understand, about 100 grams of chicken, let's say, is going to give you about 20, 25, 30 grams of protein. So just so you understand. All right. And a tip that is going to maximize muscle growth and to help you build muscle more easily: eat 4 to 5 times a day with protein. So for example, what you can do, you calculate how many grams of protein you need to eat every single day, and then you're going to divide that by the number of meals you want to eat. So let's say you want to eat 4 times, and you know the amount of protein you need to eat in a day. You divide that by 4, and now you know exactly how many grams of protein you need in each meal to hit your target goal, so you don't have to think about it. All right, number 4, intensity over volume. This is kind of the same thing as I told you before. Volume, but we're going to start from scratch. Volume represents the sets and how many sets and how many exercises you're going to do in a session. What happens if you do a lot of volume? So that means you do a lot of sets and a lot of exercises in a session. The main excuse that is going to appear is going to be, I'll save my fuel for the next exercises. This is the same story. You will hold back and won't push that hard. Here's a note for you. You won't grow if you don't push anything close to failure. If you just go to the gym, this is available. This is, let's say you are a complete beginner. You've never been to the gym before. You are not into sports, into any kind of things. You've just played all your entire life on the computer. If you just go to the gym and use the lightest weight in that room, and you just practice the form, not even pushing to failure, but practicing the form, that's progressive overload for you in that situation, right? So yeah, for you, you don't have to train to failure at that point. However, if you've been training for like a couple of months or a year, you won't grow if you don't start to push anything close to failure or to failure, right? Once you cannot do a rep, you got to failure. You achieved failure. So if you do bicep curls, you do bicep curls, and the last rep, you cannot get the full rep, you've reached failure. That's it. If you try to do only eccentrics, or if you help or something else, that means you train beyond failure. All right. A tip for you: track your lifts and add reps and weights every week. All right. That's going to help you in time increase the stimulus that you give to your muscles, right? So every week try to add 1 to 2 reps, 1 to 2 kilos to your lifts. And number 5, do you know what is the fastest way and easiest way to achieve your goal? Find someone who has achieved what you want right now and simply learn from them. That's how I did it, and the way you will do it too. There's no easier way than this. You just find someone. First you find, okay, what do I want? I want an aesthetic body or whatever. I want to build 5 kilograms of muscle, let's say that. Then you find someone who has done what you want, and you just learn from them. For that reason, once you're ready to take action and stop being a little bitch, you get to the workout programs that got me this physique right here, from this photo to this photo. All right, these routines got me jacked. Go click the link in the description right now and build your dream body.